Yo, Skull Nation, buckle up, because the 2025 NFL season is almost here, and our Minnesota Vikings are about to unleash a new era with J.J. McCarthy slinging the ball. Can you feel the electricity in the air? We're diving into the hottest Vikings news. Our boy J.J. is stepping up as QB1, and the hype is real. Is this 22-year-old phenom ready to lead our 14-3 squad to glory? Let's break it down. Picture this. A young quarterback, fresh off a national championship, handed the keys to a high-octane Vikings offense loaded with stars like Justin Jefferson and T.J. Hawkinson. Sounds like a Hollywood script, right? But here's the kicker. McCarthy missed his entire rookie season with a knee injury. Can he shake off the rust and prove he's the future of Minnesota? That's the question buzzing through every Vikings fan's mind. Stick with me for 10 epic scenes as we unpack why the Vikings are all in on J.J. McCarthy, what makes him special, and whether he's ready to dominate in 2025. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think J.J. is the real deal? Let's get into it, Skull style. The Vikings just made a bold move that's got the NFL world talking. After Sam Darnold signed a massive 3-year, $100.5 million deal with the Seattle Seahawks, Minnesota said, "See ya," and turned the spotlight on J.J. McCarthy. This wasn't a casual decision. They even passed on Aaron Rodgers, a 4-time MVP, to bet on their 2024 number 10 overall pick. That's some serious faith in the kid from Michigan. Why go all in on a guy who hasn't thrown a single NFL pass? It's simple. The Vikings see McCarthy as the future. Drafted as the cornerstone of this franchise, he's got the tools, arm talent, poise, and a winner's mentality. But with great power comes great pressure, and all eyes are on him to deliver for a team that went 14-3 last season. So what's the vibe in Minnesota? Pure confidence. Head coach Kevin O'Connell and GM Kwesi Adofo-Mensah are building a quarterback-friendly roster to set McCarthy up for success. But can he handle the heat? Let me know in the comments if you think the Vikings made the right call ditching Darnold and Rodgers for JJ. Let's talk about that knee injury that sidelined McCarthy for all of 2024. A torn meniscus in the preseason opener against the Raiders was a gut punch for Vikings fans. We were hyped to see our first-round pick in action, but instead he spent the year on the bench, learning from the sidelines. Was that lost time a setback or a secret weapon? Here's the thing. McCarthy didn't just sit around. He was in the film room, soaking up Kevin O'Connell's playbook and learning from QB coach Josh McCown, a former NFL signal caller. That year of mental reps could be gold. Think of it like a rookie getting a PhD in Vikings football without the physical wear and tear. Still, there's a question mark. No regular season snaps means we're banking on potential, not proof. Some fans are nervous. Can a guy who hasn't played since college step into the NFL spotlight? Drop your take below. Does McCarthy's sideline season make him sharper or shakier for 2025? Here's a stat to make you sit up straight. At 22 years old, J.J. McCarthy is set to be the youngest starting quarterback in the NFL in 2025, according to NFL on CBS. That's right. Our guy is barely old enough to rent a car, but he's leading a team that dominated with a 14-3 record last year. Talk about a wild ride. Being the youngest QB1 isn't just a cool title. It's a testament to McCarthy's potential and the Vikings' trust in him. Starting for a playoff-caliber team at that age, that's the kind of story that gives you chills. But it also raises the stakes. Can a 22-year-old handle the pressure of the NFC North? Let's get real. Youth brings energy, but it also brings growing pains. McCarthy's got to prove he's not just a kid with a big arm. What do you think, Skull Nation? Is JJ's age a strength or a risk? Hit the comments and let's debate. Let's rewind to McCarthy's college days at Michigan, because this guy's got a resume that screams winner. In his final season, he led the Wolverines to a national championship, completing 72.3% of his passes for 2,991 yards, 22 touchdowns, and just 4 interceptions. Oh, and he added 202 rushing yards and 3 more scores on the ground. Not too shabby, right? Those numbers might not scream Heisman, but they show a guy who plays smart and clutch. McCarthy wasn't about padding stats, he was about winning games. His ability to protect the ball and make plays under pressure is exactly what the Vikings need to keep their offense humming. But here's the catch. College success doesn't always translate to the NFL. The pros are a different beast with faster defenses and tighter windows. Can JJ bring that Michigan magic to US Bank Stadium? Tell me, Vikings fans, what's one college trait you hope JJ carries into the NFL? The Vikings' offense is a quarterback's dream, and McCarthy's walking into a goldmine. We're talking Justin Jefferson, arguably the best receiver in the NFL, Jordan Addison, a rising star, TJ Hawkinson, a Pro Bowl tight end, and Aaron Jones, a dynamic running back. This isn't a roster. It's a cheat code. NFL insider Albert Breer called this a quarterback-friendly roster, and he's not wrong. The Vikings have built a squad that can make even an unproven QB look good. With an offensive line bolstered by signings like Ryan Kelly and Will Fries, McCarthy's got protection and playmakers galore. But here's the flip side. With great weapons comes great expectations. If McCarthy stumbles, there'll be no excuses with this kind of talent around him. Who's the one player you think will be JJ's go-to in 2025? Drop it in the comments and let's see who Skull Nation's hyped about. Training camp is where the rubber meets the road, and the Vikings have simple orders for McCarthy, per Heavy.com. Coach O'Connell isn't throwing the whole playbook at him. They want JJ to master the basics and build confidence. Smart move or too cautious? Let's unpack it. The plan is clear. Keep things straightforward so McCarthy can focus on execution. He's been impressing in minicamp, with ESPN's Jeremy Fowler noting he's throwing the ball better than ever post-injury. The Vikings are banking on a 3-year window to chase a Super Bowl with JJ on his rookie deal. But simple doesn't mean easy. McCarthy's got to gel with his playmakers and face a tough Week 1 matchup against the Chicago Bears, potentially without left tackle Christian Darrisaw. How do you think JJ will handle his first NFL start? Sound off below, Vikings fans. Let's talk about the doubters because they're out there. Some analysts, like those at Daily Norseman, call McCarthy a red flag for 2025 because he's got 0 NFL snaps. It's rare for a team this stacked to hand the reins to a 22-year-old with no game experience. Is that a fair critique? On the flip side, the Vikings staff is all in. Kevin O'Connell's known for maximizing quarterbacks, and TJ Hawkinson raved about JJ's insane arm talent. Plus, McCarthy spent a year learning the system, which could give him an edge over other young QBs. It's a gamble, but it's a calculated one. So, Skull Nation, where do you stand? Are the doubters sleeping on JJ? Or is the hype train moving too fast? Let's get this comment section popping with your hot takes. Here's a juicy tidbit. The Vikings turned down Aaron Rodgers to go with McCarthy. Yeah, you heard that right. Aaron freaking Rodgers pitched a 1-year mentorship deal, per Albert Breer, but Minnesota said, "Nah, we're good with JJ." That's a statement, folks. This decision screams confidence in McCarthy's potential to be the face of the franchise. Rodgers could have been a quick fix for a Super Bowl run, but the Vikings are playing the long game. They believe JJ can lead them to a championship in the next 3 years, especially with a roster built to win now. What's your vibe on this move? Would you have taken Rodgers for a year? Or are you hyped to see JJ take the wheel? Drop your thoughts below and let's see if Skull Nation's on the same page. PFF's got an interesting take on McCarthy's ceiling and floor for 2025. They compare his best-case scenario to Joe Burrow, elite, clutch, and a game-changer. His floor? Sam Darnold, a solid but unspectacular QB. That's a wide range, but it shows JJ's got the tools to be special. What sets McCarthy apart is his ability to perform under pressure. PFF notes he was the 3rd best rookie QB in 2024 against blitzes and pressure, behind only Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix. With weapons like Jefferson and Addison, he doesn't need to be Superman, just smart and steady. Vikings fans, what's your prediction for JJ's 2025 stats? Give me a bold call. How many touchdowns is he throwing? Hit the comments and let's see who's got the wildest guess. We're wrapping this up with a big question. Can JJ McCarthy lead the Vikings to a playoff run in 2025? The roster's built for it, with a top 5 offensive line and a defense that's one of the NFL's toughest, per Vikings Wire. But it all hinges on JJ stepping up as QB1. The Vikings are on a Super Bowl trajectory, and McCarthy's debut is the story of the season. With Kevin O'Connell's play calling and a year of learning under his belt, JJ's got a shot to silence the doubters. But the NFL's a tough stage, and Week 1 against the Bears will set the tone. Skol Nation, it's time to rally. Are you ready for the JJ McCarthy era? Smash that like button, drop your predictions in the comments, and subscribe for more Vikings news. Share this with your fellow fans, and let's get loud for 2025. Skol.